Hey everyone, it's Valencia, and we're going over a book that I really love. Ignore that just happened on my face. And we're going to talk about it. I'm going to give a book review on it. And first, we're going to start with the title, and it's called Empty. I read it when I was in middle school, and yeah. The author is K.M. Walton. I could not find any of her content or profiles or like public profile, like nothing, like none of her social media or anything. But this book is so freaking amazing. The publishing company would be Simon and Chester, New York. It's a great book. Or Simon Pulse, I should just say that. Okay, so you probably can hear me better now. Again, the book title is Empty by K.M. Walton, and the publisher is Simon Pulse. And yeah, apparently it says the author also wrote Cracked right here. We will talk about that later. I did not know she had a book before this book when I got this book, but I love this book more than that book, but we're gonna get to that. The publication date, I don't even know, like, let's see. I've read this in middle school and I finished college like 2 years ago. Okay. I don't think it has a date, actually. My dumbass, it does have a date. It says December 2013. It's a long time ago. More than a decade. More than a decade. However, a brief summary of this amazing book is the MC is a female. She is plus size in high school, battling high school plus size adversities that we always go through. However, warning, I'll put it here. You can click a car. Warning, before you finish this video, is here. So the book does have SA in it. Very common in the plus size community. Not many people think so because society standards on beauty. They think, we're easy or should be lucky that it happened to us, and they just don't take it seriously. So yeah. Okay, so if you do want to read this book, but you want to know like if it's too gore or whatever, if it's smut, it is not. It's very subtle. It doesn't really go into detail of what happens to her. There's other things she go through. The SA is not the focus of the book, but it adds up. Another warning of this book, which goes into like my personal opinion of the book. I feel like it was well written. I don't really pay attention to grammar that much when I'm a middle schooler, okay, but it's an easy read. It makes you like want to keep going and read more, because it is an easy read. You want to like quickly finish, like you'll like look at your progress and be like, whoa, I'm like halfway done with the book. That's what kind of book it is. And you want to like keep going. Other characters in the book is her mother, her best friend, and like other side characters because she goes to high school. And she's just battling like parental things, being the oldest only daughter. We know how that is, and it's not a thumbs up. But that's one of her struggles as well. Yeah, I love the book. So being a middle schooler, I loved it because it was like, okay, this is what I have to look forward to / I can relate to because it's in my peer level. However, as an adult, you will still love this book because we still go through things continuously in life, and just like the SA or bullying or parents, we still are dealing with that as an adult. So some weaknesses of the book, since I'm bragging so much on it, or it's like some cons or whatever, maybe something I would want to change in it. I would want it more descriptive. It does touch bases on feelings, but it's not very descriptive on other characters. It's just the MC's point of view, and I'm not saying I want other characters' point of view. I'd rather just be the MC, honestly, in anything I read. My preference, however, I would read books that are like, oh, this chapter is about Jeremy and this chapter is about Sydney, like that. The writing style, I don't know, I remember. But I like it. A con would probably be like more details, more plots that are elongated. It's just was so much happening in this book, like one thing, the next thing, and it was just the introduction of all her issues. So like I was saying before it cut off right there, I feel like all the adversities or the things we want the MC to overcome or whatever was like briefly discussed. Like it was brought up, boom, okay, this is an issue that she has, next issue, and it just was like an overload of it and not like extended throughout the story. However, to go into my next point of this review of the book, was the intended purpose like achieved with the book? I feel like it was. I don't want to spoil the book, but there's another warning in the book. I'll just put it here. Because of the many issues being discussed and brought up for the MC, you know, it's just likely to happen, and it made sense. So the goal was achieved, okay? So with the goal being achieved, I do say the quality of the book is high with its targeted audience, like high schoolers, people in school, even college students. It was achieved. I liked the book as a middle schooler. At the end of this book, because I gave you that second warning of what's in this book, I did go outside. It was nighttime when I finished this book. When I finished it, I went outside, sat in the car, and cried, literally. And my mom brought me my dinner outside. Like, it was like this book really hit home for me because I'm plus size. I was in school, and like, people go through similar things, even though we feel like we're alone and we're the only people going through that. Other people do go through that, and that's why I feel like the book achieved its purpose. And also not to do what she did. Like, it sucks going through like all the things you go through, especially in school, secondary education, as a person who does not fit society's standards. And her goal, I feel, with K.M. Walton with this book Empty was, if you're feeling empty, you need to read this. Like, other people are going through things. And also for the person on the other end, if you're bullying, if you're assaulting, you need to know what you're doing, what you're implementing towards people. And it's just like, don't be shitty. That's it, literally. Don't be shitty. And that's what this book is for. And to help people who are on both ends of the stick, and just make you all like aware of it. And yeah, so I would definitely recommend this book to everyone, old, young adult. All right, just to reiterate my review of the book Empty by K.M. Walton, published by Simon Pulse in 2013. Well written for its targeted audience, which is like high schoolers or college students. It's an easy read. You can breeze through the book in one day. I did. No matter your mental state, you should read this book. Regardless if you're in the plus size community or not, you should read this book. In comparison to her other book, Cracked, I will talk about that momentarily. Ignore this note. The sticky notes are for me to read the book. This is TBR. This book is superior to the book Cracked, in my opinion. So yeah, all my points are, it achieved its goal, well written, needed more details, but it was good. All right, now her book Cracked. Okay, it's my little sticky note says 2 guys in a psych ward dealing with their mental shit. That's what my little sticky note is for my TBRs if I don't remember why I got the book. I was into psychology before I started college, but I switched over to business. So I was like, let me read this book. You know, the book was about mental dealings, and so maybe this book would be great too. However, the description of this book does say Victor hates his life. He has no friends. He gets beaten up at school. He takes a bottle of his mother's pills. And then Bull is angry, the second person, and he takes all of his rage out on Victor. And that makes him feel better, but it doesn't stop Bull's grandfather from getting drunk and hitting him. So Bull tries to defend himself with a loaded gun. So there's just 2 people back together through it. At the end it says they can't escape each other or their problems, and things are going to get much, much worse. Now, based on Empty, I believe her. Shit is going to get worse with them, okay? And again, like I said earlier, I do not like point of views being switched in a book. I don't like it. I'm not used to that style of reading at all. I'm used to just a story being told with our MC, and that's it. Yeah, even if the MC is like trying to assume the other person's feelings, or it's written in third person, like everyone's feelings is being like addressed, or actions or whatever. But I feel like the book, let me take this off. I feel like the book will be good for people who likes different point of views discussed in books, or are used to this style of writing. And I feel like it showcases her being able to write different styles of writing as well. But I'm just mentioning this book in relation to her book Empty, as why I prefer and love this book even more with all of her work. Okay, so read the book, both of them actually, and you know, comment and let me know what you think, or if you added it to your TBR. Let me know if you read it as well. Comment below. And again, my name is Valencia, and I am a part of Inktober, so do be expecting Inktober videos in October. Did some drawings and short stories. Short stories will be posted on my Patreon, but the first chapter will be free for you to read. Like I was saying, the first chapter will be free for you to read. With the multiple short stories I'm going to be writing for Inktober, my drawings, just to let you guys know about Amanda Falls, my first ebook that I published, and my upcoming novel as well. These short stories will be posted on Amazon Kindle Unlimited only for Inktober, but also you can access it early on Patreon if you subscribe. The link will be in the description below, and also on my channel and other channels that I have as well. Let's see, Patreon, Instagram, I will be posting the drawings. The inked versions of the drawings will be on Instagram, but the colored versions will be on Patreon, but they'll be free. It's just to get you guys over there and interact with that page, and maybe want to subscribe and see the content there. Again, thank you guys for coming to my channel and watching this video. If you came from the short I posted, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, let me know what kind of content you guys like to see. I do have another video coming up for this channel with fall and Halloween books that are definitely to be read, or that I may be interested in. And I do have an upcoming series reading reviews on like books and just going over them and stuff like that, just making the channel all about books. And when I review books, I may have it like a book club thing, hopefully people participate. But I'm just glad you're here. And again, my Inktober content will be out October.